through your freedom.
There are public figures today, yesterday, and the day before predicting and all but calling for mass violence and rioting in the streets.
Obviously, Republicans, I think, are the biggest threat to democracy. We don't separate right-wing extremists and Republican Party anymore. Republicans, I think, are the biggest threat to democracy. We don't separate right-wing extremists and Republican Party anymore. Republicans are the biggest threat to democracy.
This means war. That is where we are. We are at war with these people. These folks are evil.
And all but calling for mass violence and rioting in the streets.
This means war.
I can't fucking take it anymore. Welcome back to the Prepared Mind channel. Mass riots, threatening violence all the time. It's all coming from the right. This is the bullshit they've been telling for years and years, folks. I hope you are prepared with food, water, shelter, clothing, medicine, means of self-defense, and your plan. They are the enemy. They are evil. They're the ones calling for individual and mass violence. They're the ones sending out their violent troops, Antifa, BLM, Intifada, Palestinian types, and of course the illegal aliens and the LGB pedophiles. Done with it. They're fucking lies, folks. Anytime a Democrat accuses a Republican, they're already doing what they're accusing everyone else of. It's called projection. These death threats are coming from everyday, run-of-the-mill, dumbass Democrats like your neighbors, my neighbors. That's who's doing it. It's not just the mainstream media. It's not just Jabba Prickster in Illinois, who turned around and called Trump Hitler again. You get it? They said, you shouldn't call people fascists. This is what fat ass, piece of shit, giant Jabba the Hutt, and he is a sack of treasonous shit. The governor of Illinois said, don't call people fascists. Don't call Democrats fascists. It's dangerous. And then he calls Trump Hitler, the lead fascist. Right? These death threats are going to keep coming, and then actual action, right? Violent action, like Charlie Kirk, like President Trump, like everyone else that is being attacked. Border Patrol, Border Security, Department of Homeland Security, Immigration and Customs Enforcement, everybody, folks. So another death threat came from another everyday dumbass Democrat, just like your neighbor. A liberal fuckhead was arrested today over an assassination message to a Republican congressional representative. And the lawmakers' children were threatened too. Does that sound familiar? Yeah. The candidate for Attorney General in the state of Virginia threatened his political opponent and said, I hope you get shot and your children get shot and die in your arms. That is a direct terrorist threat because it tells other people to shoot that person. It is a call to violence, like dumbass fucking Biden just said. Only it's left-wing violence, it's left-wing threats, it's left-wing calls for rioting and burning shit down. I have warned you, I have warned everyone I know for fucking years that all of us, no matter where you're at, 4 to 6 people, 4 to 6 of the people living around us, you are retarded, communist, violent Democrats. And they are going to get more violent, folks. And this is just a warning sign. When you see people getting arrested and they look like an old guy, an old lady, a ridiculous mom or dad. And a lot of them, of course, look like retarded Antifa, colored fucking hair, tattoos, and piercings. They are getting comfortable in their skin, who they are, what they want. They have no platform. They have no plan for America. It's destroy America and kill everyone. And they want to say right wing is violent. All we're calling for is law and order, for fuck's sake. They're calling for our deaths. I'm not calling for their deaths. I'm calling for law and order. And if you're a traitor, you get to go and be tried and you get your punishment. But I'm not calling for anyone's death. I'm calling for law and order, truth and justice. And this is what we're getting, folks. And by the way, everyone is fucking pissed. Everyone is pissed. Sometimes it shows up in angry, frustrated demands for action. Just do something, right? Other times, it's humor, right? Now, on X, again, this person popped up, TMK, and he wrote this. He says, I don't care if Tom Homan gets caught snorting cocaine off a midget's ass in a Taco Bell parking lot with a suitcase full of unmarked bills, as long as he keeps deporting illegal aliens. I'm still supporting that man. I don't agree with that, but I get the trolling. I get the purpose and point, right? No one wants that. No one definitely wants to see cocaine on a midget's ass in a Taco Bell parking lot. But that was in response to the accusation that Tom Homan was bribed with $50,000, a completely unsubstantiated, no evidence call by Democrats to try and get him investigated, fired, to rev up personal hatred for the head of Immigrations and Customs Enforcement. That's what they're trying to do. They're trying to make him sound like a criminal. Right? We want law and order. That's why he's like, I don't care what he does. Just get rid of these fucking illegals. And to kind of go along with that, I need to slow down and calm the fuck down. By the way, folks, welcome back. Get your questions, comments, thoughts, predictions, observations into the comment section. I know Orlando has a great one, and I'm sure many people have some great topics to talk about. So get them down below. I'm going to do my 30-minute monologue here on, well, it's Hump Day. Hump Day, Wednesday, October 8th. I want your comments because we're going to get to them in the second half of the show. And speaking of the show, today marks the end of China's holiday. China is going to come back and look at the gold and silver market and see gold at an all-time high. It almost tapped 4,100. Yesterday, it just hit 4,000 even, and it made a run for 4,100. Why? Because something big is going on in the financial and monetary markets. And all the rich people are piling into gold. That is a warning sign. Silver, too. Silver blasted up to over $49. I remember just a couple months ago, literally 2 fucking months ago, wasn't silver in the low 30s? And they were calling for it to drop back to 25? Unbelievable. So let's just leave the what the hell's going on with the money, the finances, the debt. Leave that alone for now, because I want to talk about President Trump, who apparently a short while ago at 3 p.m. Eastern time, President Trump held a roundtable regarding Antifa. And he held this roundtable with his cabinet and his top law enforcement picks and journalists who were attacked in Portland. You know, I'm calling bullshit. This is a fucking PR stunt. It's a PR stunt alert. I don't want a fucking roundtable. I don't want a committee. I don't want a fucking meeting or a press conference. Who gives a fuck in this press conference what Bondi or the FBI or the DHS or even ICE, I don't care what they want to opine about while sitting in the White House being catered to like they're gods. We, me and you, all of us, we the people, and maybe I'm crazy. Answer in the comments. Am I fucking crazy, or are we all disgusted and sick of warnings? I am sick of warnings. I am sick of fucking harshly worded letters. I am sick of the bullshit plastic banana fucking investigations when we know there's a crime. We have evidence of the crime. We have the person who committed the crime, and now we're going to investigate, and then nothing happens. We, the people, want arrests. We want terrorists eliminated, whether it's thrown in fucking prison in Gitmo or kicked out of the fucking country. Terrorists out. We want the illegals deported, whether they're terrorists or not. They're here illegally, and that makes them criminals. And we want the Epstein client lists made public. We want the government to shut the fuck up and do its fucking job instead of giving us meetings and committee hearings and investigations and harshly worded letters and bullshit rhetoric and nothing else done. We have some serious, serious problems. And meetings in the White House aren't going to fix a fucking thing. I just put out a post. And it says game over because the Insurrection Act, 10 USC sections 251 to 255. The president can deploy the National Guard to suppress insurrections, rebellions, or to enforce federal laws if a state is unable or unwilling to maintain order. Done. Game over. Stop threatening it. Just fucking send them in. The insurrection, the rebellion is coming from who? The judicial class. Who else is rebelling? Who else is insurrection? Who else is refusing to enforce federal laws in their state? Oh, you got it. Governor Pritzker, Governor Newsom, Governor Hochul, Governor Whitmore, Tampon Timmy Walz, Governor Kotex of Oregon. They're not doing their fucking job. Do not warn. Do not give notice. Do not caution. Do not write a letter. Don't send a fucking message. Don't do a PR stunt. Don't do a fucking public relations photo op. Send in the Army, the Marines, the National Guard. It does not matter. I want to, at this point, right now, if I can, Mr. Uman, I would like to bring up Orlando's comments because it's prescient. It matters. Here we are. Orlando, thank you, brother. He says, everything that's happening in Chicago, I see it as a kind of test. And I'm going to say, you're right. This is a fucking test. But also Portland, also Los Angeles, also Boston, New York. Okay? And I know that Boston is getting close to home, brother. Now, Orlando says, I see it as a kind of test. Whatever he's really trying to do is going to happen there. And he's talking about Trump now. Orlando's talking about Trump. Whatever he's really trying to do, it's going to happen there. And if successful, it's going to roll out to the rest of this nation. Good or bad. Trump is certainly doing some questionable things, but I still have some faith. What are your thoughts on that? Okay, that's why I just read the insurrection code. The Insurrection Act, 10 USC, sections 251 to 255. I made it a YouTube post. The president can deploy the National Guard to suppress insurrections, rebellions, or to enforce federal laws if a state is unable or unwilling to maintain order. Okay. I don't need to warm up. I don't need to have my testicles tickled from the backside. I'm already awake. I'm already aware. America is aware after the George Kirby Floyd fires of 2020, the burn, looting, and murdering in honor of St. George Floyd. We're already aware of the insurrection. We're fully aware of the assassinations, the ambushes, the attacking of police and law enforcement, local, state, and federal. We're aware of this all. It is now time to take the fucking gloves off, the bullshit velvet gloves and nice talk. Who gives a fuck about Pam Bondi? She's worthless. Kash Patel is a fucking loser. Get him out of the way. Bring in the military. Insurrection Act to stop insurrection, rebellion, and to enforce laws that the states are unwilling and refusing and unable to take care of. That is, I agree with that law. I agree with it. Otherwise, how do you stop a communist insurrection? How do you stop a fascist Antifa insurrection? How do you stop an LGB pedophile insurrection, rebellion? How do you stop it? How do you stop a Palestinian fucking protest, riot, chaos, taking off? How do you stop it? This is how. As far as using the military, the president can use the military. We have domestic terrorism. We have international terrorism within our borders. Playtime is over, in my opinion. So that's how I see it. Now, Trump needs to get into Chicago. Worthless, dumbass, bug-eyed, screwball Kash Patel, director of the FBI, has not impressed me one bit. But he says there are 110,000 violent gang members in Chicago. Well, good. Go get them. Go get them, dumbass. But so I think you're right that Chicago is a big, big test zone because of the sheer numbers of people and because the governor, Prickster, is giving safe harbor. He's giving refuge to criminals. And BJ, jackass mayor of Chicago, folks, the mayor of Chicago has a 6 percentage point approval rating. 6% approve of this dumb communist fuck. Oh, he's a racist also. He is an anti-white racist. He's a piece of shit. I am so sick of these fucking people. He is also directly interfering with, and his police force has abandoned law enforcement when they were being attacked. They fucking lied about it in the media and said that they weren't penned, hemmed in, and attacked and even shot at. He fucking lied. And then the bullshit piece of shit that called them off, the police, the CPD, Chicago Police Department, you know, he's not fired. He should be fired. He should face criminal prosecution. And then the chief of police comes out and goes, oh, yeah. People, stop doing that. Stop being criminals now. And that's how they run their fucking criminal organizations. Everyone be good now. Same with Portland. The fucking police there let Antifa get away with literal murder. Since you saw me last, another person has been fucking clubbed to death in Portland. Dead. Police arrested? Nobody. Description of the attacker? Don't have one. Dead person on the ground? Dead. I don't want a fucking round table. We know who the problem is. We know where they're at. And you have the Insurrection Act. It's fucking patently obvious. These judges out there are part of the insurrection and they need to be arrested. They're part of the rebellion and they need to be arrested. Man. Is everyone in the comments telling me I don't know what I'm fucking talking about? Or are they basically agreeing? Okay, he says yes, we're basic. I want everyone else fucking pissed off too. Now, Orlando's comment here, great stuff. He says, it's going to roll out for the rest of this nation, good or bad. Well, I'm going to say, Orlando, the purpose and point is to get to law and order. Good. But there's going to be a lot of bad. There's going to be a lot of bad to get there. It's gotten so bad now because this fuck here started with this bullshit real quick.
There are public figures today, yesterday, and the day before predicting and all but calling for mass violence and rioting in the streets.
Yeah, that's them. They have called for mass rioting and violence in the fucking streets. The Democrats, public figures, them. They've been calling fucking all of them, Democrats everywhere. And the consequences, we now have a huge problem. That old grizzly fuck, Biden, brought in 25 million illegal aliens in 4 fucking years. Who's going to pay for that? You and me. You and me. We're going to pay for that because these people are here and they're violent. They're fucking terrorists from the Middle East, from Africa. They're terrorists from Central and South America and Mexico. And they're all here and they're not your friend. So, good or bad, to get to the good, we've got to go through a mile of shit. Wear hip waders because it's deep. And also, law enforcement is going to step over the line, folks. When it gets this hairy, they're going to step over the line. They have to. It's just a matter of fucking experience, history, and human nature. It's going to get fucking stupid. There will be Democrat police departments and Democrat sheriff's departments and Democrat law enforcement at the federal level that is going to break the law the other way. They're going to continue to allow this shit. They're going to impede their own people. They're even going to assassinate their own people, folks, and then blame it on, you got it, right-wing forces. Oh, I can see into the future. I can see like a motherfucker through this glass. Because it's all happened before. I don't have to pull shit out of my ass or out of a fucking hat. History shows us this what happens. Orlando says Trump is certainly doing some questionable things. And we should question him. I don't want these fucking meetings. I don't want roundtable meetings. I don't want fucking conferences and committees. I don't want fucking polls taken. Leaders don't use polls. Leaders don't ask, what do you guys think? Leaders see a problem and they fix it. Leaders see a problem and they find the solution and then they execute. They don't write harsh letters. They don't have more fucking meetings. They don't stand in front of cameras. They don't run to Fox News, Pam, Cash. They fix it. That's what a real ENTJ should do. I have faith, or I have a belief, Orlando, that the left is so fucking blatantly evil. And it is making me just horrifyingly frustrated. We all know it. So we either just take all your guns and ammunition and go throw it in the fucking trash, or get ready for what's coming. Those, my friend, Orlando, are the thoughts that I have on that. So, I told you about President Trump. Thank you, Mr. Uman. I told you what he's up to. And now I'm going to show you or talk to you about more. In Boston, several police officers have been hospitalized. Cuts, scrapes, scratches. Oh, how about broken bones? Broken bones, you say? Do police officers love to eat donuts, hot dogs? They love to eat. They are not big bone, folks. Most of them, or I probably should revoke that and take that back. Many of them that you see, these big fat fucks, big muscular fucks, their bones are the same size as everyone else's bones. They're just covered in either fat or muscle. How do you break a bone on a big, giant cop? I watched these riots, folks. There's some big cops, and they got their fucking bones broken. And who are they attacked by? Was it the LGB pedos? Nope. No, they preferred to do it with guns and hide. They prefer to attack little Christians and children and churches and restaurants and schools. So it wasn't the LGB crowd. Well, who was it then? Well, it was Hamas supporters. That's right, folks. The pro-Palestinian supporters. They're fucking rioters. And that crowd is mixed in with Antifa, communists. They did a Students for Justice in Palestine march. Students for Justice in Palestine march was done in Boston. They were celebrating the October 7th attack on Israel. An attack that Israel knew about, that Israel allowed, And Israel also participated in it because it's part of their policy. They're okay with killing their own people as long as it makes them more powerful and gives the government more authority. You can find that information on the internet. Their programs are fucking awful. But yeah, Hamas went in there. Israel made it look worse. They lied about everything they could. They got everyone pissed off, and now they're just clearing Gaza to the ground. So Hamas supporters, to support justice for Palestine, decide they're going to riot and beat the shit out of cops and hospitalize them with broken bones and smash fucking heads. My message on this one, my thoughts on this one. Okay, police, who is on your side? People like me? Patriots? Veterans? Taxpayers? Are we on your side, or are the terrorists on your side? Have you figured it out yet? Make up your damn minds and show the respect back to those patriots and Americans who have respected the law and don't go to protests and don't ambush you and don't break your fucking bones. The price in blood is coming, and you will want to be on the right side of history. I'm talking to all law enforcement. Enough of these fucking games. It's the whole thing is like musical fucking chairs with grenades. You've got Antifa. You've got the Palestinian fruitcakes and terrorists. You've got the drug lords from south of the border. You've got the LGBT pedophiles. You've got BLM. Who is going to win the revolution? Right? If any one of these groups win, guess what? They want to kill all the other groups once they have consolidated their power. So they don't know who's going to get a chair and be in the boss and who's going to get handed a fucking grenade that blows up. That's what I'm saying, right? We, the people, are disgusted with the belief that lawyers, judges, bureaucrats, cops, politicians are our superiors. You're not. You're not superior. You wear a costume and you have guns that you carry with you. We, patriots, law-abiding citizens, we wear clothes and we have guns. And like you, we want law and order. But we're not a fucking meal ticket. We're not paying your rent. Wake up, cops. These terrorists are going to be terrorists, and they're going to turn on you. Even in Portland, right? The Portland police, they think the terrorists are going to listen to them, that they're okay with the cops. What happened to all cops are bastards? A cab. Remember that? The left, Antifa, BLM, all cops are bastards. But the cops think they're buddies with them because they're letting them get away with crimes. They're not. They will turn on the cops and kill the cops as soon as they can. That communist Mandami, that piece of foreign fuck, wants to be the New York City mayor. What's he doing? You know, he wants to get rid of cops. He wants to cut them. I'm sure he would love to take their weapons from them. Who's on your side, cops? These fucking communists or not, they'll turn on you. Mandami's playing both sides. He's playing the communists to the whites, and he's playing Intifada to the Muslims. I'm surprised he doesn't suck a sausage on stage just to get the LGBT pedophile people happy with him. Yeah, that was a good one, right? Who man suck a sausage? Yep, I'm a comedian, folks. This is just entertainment here, right? This is just satire. I'm just a big facetious Swede. Yeah, that's it. No, we're in big trouble. The government, and I was just talking about lawyers, judges, bureaucrats, cops, everyone. Well, how about this one, folks? James Comey, the reason he wasn't arrested and given the perp walk, we found out, kind of like Peter Navarro was walked through an airport in leg irons so the media could film him, right? They went and had the media at Roger Stone's house for a 5:30 in the morning arrest with machine gun armed cops to arrest an old fuddy-dud political supporter. Roger Stone. It's fucking disgusting. But James Comey doesn't get perp walked. Why not? Oh, you'll love this. The Department of Justice, that would be Pam Bondi. The Department of Justice is headed up by the Attorney General, Pam Bondi. They issued a summons instead of an arrest warrant. It was an administrative error, they said. That is total bullshit. And everyone knows it. Fuck DC, fuck the bureaucrats, fuck them all. They checked the box summons instead of arrest warrant. You put a summons on there, you got to put a fucking date, which is tomorrow or today, 10/8, 10/9, whatever fucking day. I don't even know right now because all I'm seeing is bright, throbbing red. This is total bullshit. These fucking bureaucrats, the Department of Justice, they don't deserve pay while the government is happening, even if they are at work. The entire Department of Justice, the Attorney General's offices are shit, and they're run by weak-kneed, low-level, low-IQ shitheads. Look what they did. Right? This guy has committed fucking treason, according to many. At the very least, conspiracy, fraud, lying to the public, lying to Congress. This guy should be in fucking prison. He's so bad, James Comey, former director of the FBI. It is so bad that a grand jury loaded with Democrats could not let him walk without throwing something at him. And while he is, folks, he should be arrested. They need to dig up everything on this guy and throw the fucking book at him for everything he's done. It's unbelievable. And now I'm going to end my monologue on something else that is just another symptom of the sickness. Another piece of the anti-American effort made by the fucking left. Well, what do we have in this country, folks, for military? Well, we got the Coast Guard to protect our coasts. We got the Navy. We've got the Air Force. We have the Army and the Marines. I guess we need another. Oh, we have Space Force. But I think we need a soy boy army. Well, guess what, folks? The Pentagon is going to. They have a plan beginning in 2027 to put plant-based rations, MREs, on. That's what they're going to feed United States military troops. And probably in the fucking chow hall, too. Plant-based. You know what plant-based is? That's soy meal that they turn into meat-like products. Soy meal. Hegseth, Secretary of War. Better fucking fix this fast. This stinks like a Biden administration idea that wasn't caught and wasn't corrected. Folks, soy meal. Soy. Fake meat. It's loaded with plant estrogen. That's where we get, of course, soy boys from. These fucking weak-link, just drinking their soy shakes so their testosterone tanks, right? The low T consequences of eating that shit will give us a fucking military that doesn't want to get up in the morning and do anything. Just fucking. I hope all of you can tell I've had a fucking enough of these people. I am sick to death of them. Let's do this, though. Let's have some fun. It's your turn. I want to hear what you have to say. Okay, we're back. Mr. Uman, I know we have a lot to cover. Diving Frog says, I hate to say that Trump is a brand name like Walmart. Meet the new boss, same as the old boss. His hands are involved deep into the demise of our country. The list will never be released because you'd find out that Trump turns out to be a creepier pervert than the rest of them. I find myself turning away from Trump quite quickly, and that's on him. Interesting set of comments. If we could start over again there, Mr. Uman. Trump is a brand name. We got Melania Trump, we got Trump Coin, Trump Towers, Trump Casinos, right? We got Trump Jr., we got Eric Trump, right? Yeah, he's branded, right? But we knew that going in. Meet the new boss, same as the old boss. Trump is doing a lot of things very differently, but there are also things that I believe, having studied policy, foreign policy, geopolitics, economics, finance, all this shit, it was going to happen anyway. We are going to have to go to a nationalist protective state or country, and the whole world is doing it as well. As far as crime goes, Trump is deeply involved in it. And that's what happens when you're powerful and famous and you're the president. You're going to get deeply dragged into it. You're going to be pulled into a back room and someone's going to tell you where the bear shits in the woods. They're going to say, we got problems. If you do this, this group will hate you. You do this, this group will hate you. You do this, this group will fund you. You do this, this group will fund you. No matter what you do, you're going to be fucking hated. Right? There are organizations, and AIPAC is just one. There is AIPAC, and then there are private donors who are more than just Israeli, by the way. They're fucking British, they're American, they're Canadian, they're Mexican. They're all over the planet. It's China. Oh, don't forget Russia. But they are all pulling and needing and pushing and threatening Trump and every congressman and every fucking senator and even judges. They're all getting pushed and pulled. They're all neck deep. I won't even say, they're neck deep in this shit. How do you get out of it? If we can flip to the second part, Mr. Uman, and I'll move on. A great comment, by the way. Right. Whether Trump is in the list or not, I don't buy this bullshit that he was an FBI informant. They're never going to release that fucking list. And I'm never going to quit asking for it and about it because they're hypocrites and fucking liars. It's there, it's not. It's there, it's not. It's there, it's not. It's a hoax, it's not. It's a hoax, it's not. Right? They think it's cute when they're hitting it back at the other side, but hey, we remember you said there's nothing to hit. It's a hoax. Yeah, I'm disgusted with all of Washington. I wished, I hoped, I voted for, I prodded, I promoted law and order to all these fucking people, just like you guys. Right? And I'm disgusted by them because I'm sick of the games. They're treating it like a fucking game. It is not a checkers game. It is not a chess game. It's not a 3D chess game. It is our country and our lives, our families and our fortunes. Everything is tied up in this. And these people want to treat it like a fucking PR moment. Whatever happens, they want to have their moment of, fucking fame in front of a camera. No one's going to remember them. There'll be a vague notion in everyone's mind who these people were and what they did. How many fucking Fox appearances does the Attorney General have to do? What is she doing? Looking for fucking dates? What is that her fucking scroll right moment that everyone gets to see her? And just, it's stupid. The whole thing is stupid. And I wish Kash Patel would quit either squirrel hunting or fucking fishing and get his fucking eyes straight ahead and go after the fucking bad guys. I don't mind insulting them because they lied to us. You hear me? They lied to us directly. And they keep gaslighting us, which is bullshitting us. And I don't appreciate it. So I'm going to call them every dirty name that I feel like because they've earned it. Right? Earned it. Let's continue if we shall. Thank you, Diving Frog. Mr. Uman, I know we got a lot to cover. I'll try and keep it shorter. Not About Lynn says, okay, in my opinion, the Democrats in D.C. want to bankrupt the country. Absolutely true. The blue state governors bankrupting their states all while enriching themselves. Here's where the term fascism comes in. Fascism is private property retention. Corporations keep and own their profits and their property, and the government benefits by accepting money from these corporations to continue to do what benefits the corporations. They give them contracts and enrich them, And the corporations say, hey, we need you to do these things for us. Just 1, 2, 3 things. Yeah, you bet. Prickster is a billionaire, folks, a fucking billionaire. Gavin Newsom, millionaire. His family, mafia. All of these people are enriching themselves, yes. And if they were already rich, they're getting richer while screwing us over and giving us authoritarianism while they make themselves the elite class. All right. Thank you, Notabot Lynn. Great observation. They are enriching themselves at our expense, mind you. Now, 47 is considering using tariff money for WIC recipients. What is that? Women, infant, and children? What tariff money? Everything goes into a general fucking fund. Do they, like, we're supposed to believe that now we have a tariff account to go with the Social Security account? To go with, no, it's bullshit. What is Trump trying to do? Make single moms vote for him? Wait, where's our $5,000 tariff checks? Well, we spend how much? $50,000 a fucking year per illegal that gets free housing, food, credit cards, phones, clothing, everything. Holy shit. Just to rent a small fucking apartment in Florida, $2,000 a month to $3,000 a month. Times that by 12 months. Food. Let's continue, Mr. Uman. Uman says the Fraternal Order of Police in Illinois has issued a vote of no confidence on the Chicago Police Department Superintendent and Chief of Police. Not even they bought this cover your ass tough guy speech. Oh yeah. Yeah, the Chief of Police was like, you don't do that. No, everything's a lie. It is all cover your ass, cover their ass, and kiss his ass in the police department. And CPD, folks, is notoriously corrupt, just like the LAPD. I'm glad that the Fraternal Order of Police has said, no confidence. These people are in positions of power because of the Peter Principle. They've risen in the ranks due to diversity, equity, inclusion, and their level of incompetence. Right? Well, we can't send that guy out in a squad car. He's going to keep fucking getting people hurt. So let's just keep him in the office and promote him. And promote him from his desk all the way up to Chief of Police. Fucking retards. The Fraternal Order of Police in Virginia, I believe, has put out a no vote of confidence, no good for the Attorney General candidate that wants his opponent to be shot and have his own children shot and dying in his arms. You know, I'm glad the fraternal orders are fucking waking up. And they have. They've woken up since the George Floyd thing. George Kirby, I'm sorry. George Kirby. That was a 90 Proof Nancy drunk off her ass. Couldn't remember George Floyd's name. The fucking country is being burned to a crisp. $5 billion, $4.5 billion worth of damage. And she couldn't remember who caused it. Oh, man, I tell you. I fucking tell you. Speaking of 90 Proof Nancy, your almost president, who would have been the first woman president, Kamala Harris, is on a book tour. And she is embarrassing. She is falling all over herself, sounding drunk as fuck. Talking her usual word salads about absolutely nothing. And she goes home every day and was like, I was almost the president, and looks in the mirror. She doesn't see how retarded she is. She doesn't know how retarded she sounds. That's every Democrat out there, folks. That is now every Democrat. She was one of them. Fucking crazy. All right, man, what's next? We got 15 minutes. Hey, it's chin music. John Chin Music says SAPD, that's San Antonio Police Department, dropped their hiring standards a while back. I size up the cops when I see them, and I'm fairly certain I can take 2 out of 3 of them hand to hand. They are all fat turds, but they check the right boxes. Yep. Every police department dropped their standards. You know why? So they could get their DEI hirings. They want it to look right. It's the optics, right? It's the checking the right boxes, right? They fit all of the right boxes. We need minorities. It's just like, as far as it's just like the military to me. I don't care what minority you are or what majority you are. I don't care if you're man or woman, but you don't get certain jobs unless you meet those qualifications and standards. There should be an IQ test. There should be a fucking stress test. There should be a book test, right? You have to pass a very strict standard to understand. And you have to take that test every fucking year. And if you fail it, you don't get to work anymore. You have to retake it. Right? Standards. But you're calling them fat turds. And I know why. Because a bunch of them are a bunch of fat turds. I mean, how many police chases have you seen where the he or she cop looks like they just got out of a Dunkin' Donuts raid and they cannot keep up with a chase on foot? And I get it. Those fucking belts are heavy. I carry my everyday 45. It's fucking heavy. It is a big chunk of steel, right? It's fucking heavy. But that's why police are supposed to be in good shape. They're supposed to have physical fitness standards and tests, just like the military. Unbelievable. As far as you taking them hand to hand, I got no doubts, man. Police are trained to deal with arresting people, and they have tools that help them. The number one tool, a partner, then a radio calling for backup. They've got chemical agents, they've got taser electronic agents, right? And then they have a club, batons, as well as a sidearm, right? So it's not really about a fair fight, right? It's about they should just be trained to arrest people. I feel it is now a certainty, a violent certainty because of the Democrats, because of the standards, because of the law or lack of it, because these communists are actually trying to destroy our country. I don't feel we're going to get out of this, folks. I feel it's going to get really, really bad. I was hoping with Trump that he would raise us up out of this shit while we fight for years and years trying to clean everything up. But I think it's just going to come to a fight. I think we're going to end up with the purge. And I think Trump is going to have to execute the Insurrection Act. And they're going to have to say martial law. And it's a very scary thing. And if Trump does that, you can bet your ass that the Democrats will do far worse over far less of a threat. Right? Remember, Joe Biden says we're all but calling for violence. No, you guys are. But they're worried about the right wing. Okay, Mr. Uman, who is next, sir? We have Dr. 762, who says, Devil's Advocate time. How can Israel react to threats every time they hear them? October 6th. Their military result be busy every day around the clock since 1948. Listen, folks, Dr. 762, Devil's Advocate, great question. How do we answer this question? Okay, if they have been busy every day around the clock since 1948, what happened in 1948? We just have to ask the question. Why did all their problems start in 1948? Oh, well, that's the year, 1948, when a bunch of European Jews went to Israel and started displacing people that already lived there. the people that are now called the Palestinians. Well, they were Palestinians back then. They even had a flag with a 6-pointed Jewish star on it. That was the Palestinian flag from the 1920s. So ask yourself, why are they busy every day around the clock since 1948? Because that's when many of them, Polish Jews, but Jews from all across Europe, they went down and said, we're taking over and we're going to call this place Israel. Rothschild bought it, literally. Fucking banking billionaire, if not trillionaire, Rothschild said, this is what we're doing. We're giving this to the Jews. So since then, what have the Jews been doing? Kicking people out of their homes, taking their shit, killing people, massacre after massacre after massacre. Folks, Israel has attacked our country, the United States of America, the military. How many times now? The most undeniable one of all is the attack that Israel did against our Navy, and one ship in particular, the USS Liberty, that they strafed and bombed and strafed and bombed, and she wouldn't sink. Liberty will not sink. It can be hit, it can be attacked, it can be set on fire, but Liberty, my friends, what a great lesson. What a great piece of irony, and a good piece of iron at that. They're busy every single day around the clock because of what they have done, what they did, and what they're still doing. So the IDF, right? Look, if you've got that many problems, maybe you're doing something wrong, right? Again, Benjamin Netanyahu is all over media, social media, the internet, saying, just pretending like, I don't know why people don't like us. Well, look at what you're fucking doing. Every single time. They are so overly involved in our government. In fact, back in the 80s, Benjamin Netanyahu, folks, in the 1980s, Benjamin Netanyahu was saying he owns and controls the United States government, or Israel does. The brazen chutzpah that these people have, the fucking temerity to even make that statement. That is why we have a problem. Can I have the first part of the Dr. 762 back up, if possible? Oh, nope. Okay, we'll skip it. Ask the question, why are they so busy? When did it start? What happened? What led up to this? I do not like the Palestinians. I think they're a bunch of big mouth fucking jerk-offs. Okay, they're assholes. They run around with putting fucking vests on children with fake bombs in it to get them used to wearing vests and wearing bombs and thinking it's great to blow themselves up, and fucking Palestinian women calling for the death of everyone. But see, the Palestinians are calling for death of, well, Americans too. Not only are they calling for it in Palestine, but they do it in America. They're calling for the death of our country, as well as the death of every single Jew on the planet. Okay, they're not good people. I do not like them. I don't have a whole lot of sympathy. But there's law and order. There's right and wrong. And I don't just say, well, just kill them. Fuck it, kill them. Kill them all. Wipe them out. But you listen to the Israeli people talk. And a big percentage of them, folks, don't like what's happening. But the majority are okay with it, and they're just fine with slaughtering and just waylaying and leveling Gaza. Okay. I don't like any of these fucking people because of what they do and how they affect everyone else. And now they have exported their belief systems. Palestinians are in America and they're causing nothing but fucking trouble. People that support them are in America and cause trouble. Right? Look what Israel doing, causing trouble in our country. And by the way, Candace Owens has lit up the fucking internet because she caught everybody, even TP USA, Turning Point USA, Charlie Kirk's organization. They all lied about Charlie's text messages. Okay, man. regarding Israel or Israel supporters, basically threatening him, making him feel very uncomfortable, pressuring him to be pro-Israel. And 2 days later, he dies. Anyways, stand by. There's more of that coming out. All right, Mr. Uman, let's do it. Who's up next? We got C, who says, I think the Insurrection Act is inevitable, but if you really don't flush the toilet, you're going to have trouble later. Oh, yeah. These turds, they need to be flushed. Right? We really do. It is inevitable. Well, unless they just look, it's going to be martial law is what it is. Right? It's going to start small. A lot of these leftists are going to get out of hand here and there. We're going to find out. Right? Fuck around, find out. Everyone's going to find out because everyone is fucked around. It's inevitable. I agree. And they need to pour some toilet cleaner in there too. All right. Oh, man, who's up next? Diamond Frost, I hope it doesn't come down to shooting in the streets. As a Marine, I know what it's like to have to use my weapon. It's a god-awful feeling. It's going to come down to shooting in the streets. Question I have is, are they going to be shooting chemical paintballs and tear gas? Or are they going to be shooting weapons? Guns, rifles, shotguns. We're going to find out. And I don't think people are going to be happy about having to do what they do. In fact, you call it a god-awful feeling. How about getting mad at the other person? Getting mad at these fucking fucked up Democrats for pushing it so far that this is where we're at. They pushed it so far over George Floyd, so far over, well, their anti-fascist bullshit. They've pushed it so far over accepting their homosexuality and pedophilia. They pushed everything so fucking far. They didn't just want to bring in some illegals. They wanted to bring in an entire voting bloc. They're even calling them constituents and voters. No, they're fucking illegal criminals. They pushed it so far, so fast and so far that, yeah, it's inevitable. All right, Mr. Uman, who's up next? I want everyone to get prepared, folks. Food, water, shelter, clothing, medicine, means of self-defense. Get a security plan with your family. If something happens, this is what you do. I had one with my sons. They had a fucking incident at the school. I said, you get the fuck out of there. And he did. You don't stand around waiting for someone to fucking kill you. Anyways, Redneck Roughneck says the demon rats will only get worse as they recognize the death throes of their party. Their party, dying. Their support, dying. Oh yeah, there's still a bunch out there, folks. But they're not appealing to Republicans to vote for them. They're not appealing to independents to vote for them. They're not appealing to a percentage of their own constituents, Democrat constituents. They are that fucking retarded. But the ones that are following him, these are the ones that are tweeting, yay, Charlie Kirk is dead. They're the ones tweeting death threats to senators, representatives, judges, the president, everybody. These are the people, right, in the Democrat Party that are cornering federal agents who are armed, by the way, trapping them in with the car, pinning them in, and then assaulting them. Bottles, rocks, and even guns. Yes, guns, bullets in the air. And these fucking people, oh, by the way, they're already out on bail. They're being allowed to get away with that. Literally attempted murder on federal officers, and they say, you're not a flight risk. How the fuck can you not be a flight risk? But every American, folks, every January 6th prisoner, every January 6th patriot and American and veteran that was arrested, they weren't let out on bail. They were denied bail. They were fucking denied hearings. They were denied arraignments. They don't even know why they were being held. Because they were just arrested and held while the fucking government under Biden made up fucking crimes to try and charge them with. Parading without a permit. Parading without a permit. Trespassing on Capitol Hill. Trespassing. They weren't told to leave. They were told, come on in. And they call that fucking trespassing. How shitty of a lawyer do you have to be to lose that fucking case in court? Chance favors the prepared mind. Look around. Look around, right? Look around, folks. They're going to make this more difficult than it needs to be, but the left, the communists, the socialists, the drug dealers, the pedophile fruitcake LGB people, the Muslims, this is going to be the end of them. They have to win or they're going to lose. There's no way to partially win, or certainly we shouldn't call a ceasefire. You know, because AOC says, if you see a fire, you call it in. That's why it's called a ceasefire. That's who we're dealing with, folks. That's the mentality. You don't let the enemy win. You don't let the enemy dictate terms. And you certainly don't give the enemy power and authority. You destroy the enemy. I'll see you tomorrow.